whatnot. But yeah, man, we never stopped.
And so you guys were then all part of that like era of 2008ish, let's say, and
Yeah,
all of that. Can you like
yeah.
just kind of walk us through a bit, what it's like to be in that era, some of the moments you remember? Because believe it or not, a lot of people I talk to, and this is a no disrespect statement, have the same general thing. So yeah, it was a lot of stuff happened, but I was real drunk and I barely remember any of it. So actually
Yeah, man.
pinpointing what's going on is a hard thing to
Yeah.
do.
Well, to be honest with you, when you said 2008, 2009, I stopped 2009 making music completely
Mm,
due to certain things that were happening in my life, and I stopped completely. And to be honest with you, I think I just got back to it for the past 3 years now.
okay. So like,
It's just recently that I got back to it. And that era, like you said, from the 2004s to 2008, I mean, wow. I mean, just the opportunity of doing so many shows, so many clubs, some appearances, radio appearances, featuring on other people's albums, going to the studio. It's almost like you didn't even want to like, or even have the need in your brain to like, am I going to make it? Because that felt like you were doing it. You didn't have to make it. You didn't have to see the money come in the bank to feel like you were making music. Because that's the first thing. For me, that was the first thing.
mm,
I need to feel like I'm making it. How? By making music. So I'm going to the studio. So I'm producing at home. So I'm getting together with, Heavy, and writing and composing and making a song, because it's easy to make a beat, but to make a song is a completely different thing, right?
right.
To compose a song, to find a chorus that goes with it, to chop it up, edit it, to have a follow through. So
No,
that was that era for us. That era, like you said, 2004 to 2008. That's what it was like. It was a show every other weekend. It was, appearances on other people's albums, going to studio, writing, countless hours of having ciphers and meeting other dudes that were like, "Oh, I heard you. You're crazy. Why don't you come by? Me and the boys are gonna go to this cribs and they're gonna do like a pass the mic shit and shit like that.
yeah,
It was sick. It was actually awesome.
that sounds pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. I performed a decent amount, but it was never like it was like at least once a month is more like the flex I was on. I could never like it never really picked up to like
Right,
that kind of pace because I'm not gonna say the pay to play was the only reason, but the pay to play seemed to be all
right,
I could find, and I was like, nah,
right.
I'm kind of old. I can't sell you. I can't. I
Like if you're old,
No, but I started at 25. And I can tell you one thing about trying to sell tickets to a show that's Thursday night at 11 p.m. to your office colleagues on a it's good fucking luck.
uh,
It's not happening.
yeah, good luck.
And then
Yep.
nobody there were no 7 p.m. shows because nightlife.
Nah, man.
So it was like good luck. You have it's almost like you
Yeah,
had to be young a little bit or have a lifestyle that allowed you to be up late with people that were up
yeah.
late to pull that off.
That was a lifestyle back then, to be honest with you. That whole period was like clubbing and going out, and since I got a big mouth, I met a lot of people that were like, "Hey, oh yeah, you told me you rap. Well, I got a bar. Well, I got a restaurant. I got this. I do DJ on Friday nights at the Dome, or here or there." And that's how it all came, because to be honest with you, we never really promoted a show for us, you know, and we weren't even called 999 official back then. It was just like Heavy and Lobo, or Mr. Wolf, they used to call me, whatever. We never really put a name to it. And we were just getting invited. We never really like, okay, we're gonna do our show. We're gonna have an EP release, and this is the show, and these are the tickets, and this is our opening act. Nah, man, we were like either the opening act or we were like the act at the end that close the show, or we were in between, or we were just we'll give you 5 minutes to do a track. And then if there's an encore, and of course there was an encore all the time, and let's do it again and come back next week. It went from one thing to the next, right? And then I started having babies, and hip hop wasn't paying no bills, Hip hop wasn't paying no bills whatsoever back in
Right.
those days. The most I think we ever got for a show was maybe like $300, and that's because we hustled it.
Yeah, I
That was the most I think. Even in Costa Rica, I never got paid a penny, and I did like the full stadiums with like 15,000 people. I never got a
wow.
penny off of that.
What's it like to do?
Yeah, man.
Is it like
I was sick, crazy.
nervous, or
That's
do you just like
crazy.
get lost in it?
Well, I don't know if I mean, I guess like every other artist, we get that two fractions of a second right before the stage. You know, you get that stage fright shit, and but as soon as I go on, like I'm in a mode. You know, like it, I don't feel no, you know, I feel nothing but the music. You know, like I'm in a mode. You know, I go into character. Let's say. You know,
Yeah.
and the 15,000 people was, I guess, the same thing. Was just afterwards that I was like, shit. There was There was 15,000 people with their lighters up, you know, like, God damn, well, that's crazy.
That
You
is
know, like
crazy.
the shock.
Bro, that's Bell Center numbers.